What was it like living during the Vietnam War?
During the war, it was a lot of political issue and class discrimination. The blacks in the lower class were being drafted through the numbers system, which I'll go in later, and other people that either were going to college or some of them fled to Canada to avoid the draft.
Okay.
So that was the main issue there at that time.
Did anything specific occur to you during the Vietnam War?
A lot of my friends and classmates had numbers. They went and got called and had to go into the draft system, and they were called to go to Vietnam. Some of them were in the front line, some of them were not. Some of them were killed, and some of them were wounded. So that was pretty sad for that era. But there was one, the first guy that was killed, which was, his number was number 18.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Wayne Schwartz. That was Colleen's father. He was the first one that was killed in the Vietnam War.
Okay. What was technology like during the war?
That was very limited. They had technology, but they didn't use it to the capabilities of it. And it was almost similar to what World War II was.
Okay.
The only thing that they used there is they used for the first time they used the Green Berets. You heard of them?
No.
They used them as a part of the Army. They were special forces, and they used them for training in the Army. That was part of their technology.
How'd you react when you first heard about the war?
Sad to the point that I knew that a lot of the friends were going to go over there. I myself had a number. I think my number was 221. I didn't get called, but a lot of my friends did get called. So everybody was waiting to see whether they're going to go to the war or not.
Okay. Was your lifestyle different after the war ended?
Not so much, only to the point is it affected that, the people that I knew that were killed or wounded and got affected. That was pretty bad. One person that I know to this day is still mentally affected by the war.
Did you work, and what was your job if you did work?
In the beginning, I did not work because I was actually ending school. But then after that, I worked in construction for my grandfather until I got into bricklaying on my own. And that was actually during the war was going on at that point.
Okay. Was it hard or easy for your parents to afford food in your house?
No, actually, looking back on that, we didn't have any effect on that as far as food or anything. Nothing was affected financially. We basically, our lifestyle still went on as normal.
Okay. Of all the experiences you've been through during your lifetime, which one has shaped you the most?
In reference to the war, right? Well, I think in reference to that is that some of my co-workers at that time that were wounded, some of them lost limbs, some of them had mental issues that still went down to the hospital daily for checkups and prescriptions, and that really affected me to the point that their whole lifestyle now is being changed because of the war.
Okay. Can you tell me about how they picked the Army to get ready for the war, like when people got drafted?
Yeah, they had the draft systems. Everybody got a number, and then they would pick certain groups of numbers, and then you would get called, and you had to go down there, get your physical, and